Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. This is going to be your new moon in Gemini reading, which happens on May 22nd and will go until the new moon in Cancer on June 21st. So this is extra Gemini energy. This energy is very analytical, curious, it's fact-finding, and a little bit restless. We really need to steer clear of confusion and rely on a healthy balance of intuition and logic and reason to keep our heads above water. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this reading. We're going to invite spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, ascended masters, and our spirit guides to this space to deliver the messages that we need to hear. Messages for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs from May 22nd through June 21st. Messages for Leo from May 22nd through June 21st. Nice. Overall energy is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is all about destiny. As soon as you're bored, oh my gosh, Leo, I'm sorry. I was saying to another group that Mercury is not retrograde yet. It's out of bounds, which you're going to hear me messing up left and right. I've had so many technological issues and, not getting my words out. So I do apologize in advance. The Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter energy. It's all about, Jupiter's all about I grow, right? And it represents all of the 4 fixed signs, one of which is Leo: Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo. Now, this energy of Jupiter is about benevolence and good luck, optimism, success, and generosity. Right now, Jupiter is in retrograde, so I want you to go ahead, if you're into this kind of stuff, go ahead and look at that astrology and how it affects you particularly in your chart. Because the Wheel of Fortune, this might feel like things aren't going your way, and it may just be Jupiter going retrograde. It may also not be a bad thing at all, because retrogrades are built in rest periods or a period to sort of, to clean things up. The Wheel of Fortune is all about, the wheel of destiny, right? Which what I was trying to say earlier is we're on that wheel the minute we're born. And, it's up to us to just sort of go with the flow, see where we are in the cycle of things, whether it's a relationship, a job, or in our lives. Underneath that, you have the Queen of Wands, which would be your energy. The Queen of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sag. The Queen of Wands is she's a very, very spiritual woman, and she normally has her feet very firmly planted on the ground. And she's channeling, she's channeling the divine, she's channeling healing, she's attracting friends and lovers and situations, being in the right time at the right place. And she's just this charismatic person that everybody, would like to emulate her power, but her power runs so deep and is from within that it's really hard to. So I really pick up on that being your energy, Leo. But with that in the reverse, you might feel like there's, you're a little bit out of balance here, which might result in, overreactions or, tantrums here and there, or maybe just feeling like you're not getting anywhere. And I kind of feel like somebody, like pounding their hands on the walls or on their desk, a little bit like angry, like, I'm banging my head against this wall and I'm not getting anywhere. So remember, we are entering in retrograde season. So it's not the time to go, go, go. It's a time to sort of sit back and reflect. Okay, so it's interesting energy. Now, where you are right now is the 7 of Swords. This is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. You might have that in your chart. You just might be exhibiting these qualities. More specifically, it's the moon in Aquarius. Now, moon can be a little bit of, can be deception. Sometimes 7 of Swords energy, we can see she's holding up her coat. She's not showing us what she's doing or, who she has under there or what she has under there, and I feel like, I think Leo, I'm not getting, this is your energy. So I'm not getting that, somebody's taking from you, or, somebody's, depleting your resources. Although it would be interesting, just to be sure to go in and check, I like to say do forensic accounting, check your account for any unnecessary charges that might be recurring, or like, if there's any leaks anywhere, leaks in your aura or something like that. But the moon in Aquarius is about, it's about being deceptive, and whether you're being deceptive intentionally or not. It may be that you're not ready to show someone or people around you what it is you're doing, what it is you're working on, which I am a big proponent of, especially when you're trying to manifest something. Keep it close to you until you feel like it's ready, or you're ready to tell people. Because something, if we have a nascent or a beginning idea, an idea that's just beginning, and it's weird, or you think it could be really extremely successful, you don't want to go blabbing it to everybody. You want to kind of keep it close, develop it, really develop your relationship with whatever it is, even if it's with a person. So some of you might be seeing somebody secretly on the side. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's an affair, but maybe you feel like, maybe your friends or your family won't approve of this person. And so you're just kind of waiting to see if it gets serious before you really get out there or put it all out there. For others of you, it doesn't have to do with love and romance. It's a part of you that you're keeping hidden because you're not sure about the reaction it's going to receive. And that's okay. We really don't always have to share with everybody what's going on with us, right? It's not for everybody. Okay, especially if you're into something that's not conventional, like even like if you're reading tarot, or if you're really getting in touch with your psychic abilities, if you go to a parent teacher conference at school, or maybe you're sitting around watching a football game with the guys, or whatever it is, you're not going to maybe feel comfortable talking about that. And that's okay. Not everything is meant for our friends and family. There's certain things that we keep sacred and we keep for ourselves, at least until we're ready to be out there and get out there. So if you guys hear any background noise, I do live with people who speak quite loudly, so that's just their voices in the background. So what's blocking you, or what's holding you back, is the Two of Wands energy. So this is more fire energy, and this is Mars and Aries. And the Two of Wands is all about being at a crossroads and making a decision. So whatever it is that's you're keeping hidden, and again, some of this might be information that you came into, mysteries that were uncovered about yourself, or maybe even about somebody else. You're not really sharing that with the world, and it may have happened around this full moon in Scorpio. And you're really at a crossroads. And so Spirit is saying it's time to decide. I love this. So what's blocking you, and then your intentions, go with it. Huge green light with the universe. You do what you need to do. This is something that you can't deny. Okay, so maybe it's like you're starting a new job. Maybe you're starting a new relationship. Spirit is supporting you and your passions here. You feel like you're at a crossroads. You're trying to decide, you're analyzing, you're trying to figure out, do I show my hand? Do I not show my hand? And Spirit's saying with the Ace of Wands here, do it, Leo, do it. You are so on fire. This is something that's going to be very, benefic for you, beneficial and good. It's going to be really good for you. So what knowledge you need to gain in order to cultivate your intentions and see them out through fruition is the Prince of Wands. Now the Prince of Wands is interesting energy because he's showing up in the reverse. I want you to also take a look at the Capricorn reading, because you guys showed up in the Capricorn reading, and Capricorn also, their intentions was the Prince of Wands energy, although it was in the upright. So the Prince of Wands for me is the time period is that Scorpio Sagittarius time period, right? But he's all about, he's all about his charisma and showing who he really is. He's also all about, he's somebody who moves very quickly. When he's in the reverse, he's sometimes a bit of my player card. So he's somebody who is, somebody who, if we're talking about love, there are players out there. And that may be why you might be keeping something hidden. You might be dealing with somebody that you're suspecting is sort of not being completely honest with you, or who isn't really backing up their words with actions. And that's something, maybe that's information and knowledge that you're sort of gathering together and sort of not really telling people what you suspect and what you feel. But the Prince of Wands, more than anything, is really telling me that you need a plan in place. So with all of this fire energy and with this new information, or this information that's coming to you, it's really important, Leo, that that you don't operate just out of impulse. And again, I think you're keeping your cards close to your chest, whatever this information is, whatever it is that you're not exactly telling everybody. And don't take that as a bad thing, because again, you don't really need to tell everybody, but there is a need to plan, because if you don't have a plan A, plan A, plan B, plan C in place, the Prince of Wands, he can really lose all of his steam, all of his fire, if he runs into conflict or he runs into obstacles. Okay, so Spirit's just saying there's a little warning here. Okay, so do plan. This is an amazing opportunity that's coming towards you. I really feel like it's going to turn that wheel of fortune around. So things are going to be turned in your favor. Whereas, you feel like you haven't been able to manifest what it is you've been trying to manifest. Okay, so, but there is a bit of planning that needs to take place. It's not going to be all just, a divine intervention, right? It's not, we can do all of the internal work, but we also have to take steps in the external to to meet our goals. So like, just a really quick example of what I'm saying: if you're single and you're looking for somebody, and you're doing all the meditations to bring, or you're trying to, manifest union with your soulmate or your twin flame, and you're doing all of the steps that you're supposed to, like the meditating and the balancing and the aligning and setting your intentions. But if you never leave your home, or you never get out there, right, whether it's online or whatever, you can't just expect that this person's gonna randomly knock on your door, right? So there's like, you have to sort of meet them halfway. So this is what I'm getting here with this planning. Don't be totally impulsive, and then also meet Spirit halfway, because it's a beautiful opportunity. All right. And when that, if and when that does happen, and again, this doesn't have to just be romance, but it could be, it could have to do with your career or your spiritual journey. Then it will be time to sort of really show your authentic self and be open with that right person. Your outcome energy is Temperance. This is Sagittarius energy. The Temperance card is beautiful because it's all about communing with Source. It's about bridging the gap between the material and the spiritual world. It's all about prayer and meditation, but it's also all about healing, and it's divine alchemy. Some of you are earth angels, and you're stepping into that power, and your healing powers are becoming known to you. It may be something that you received in a dream or in a message or in download or meditation, and you, or your psychic abilities and your ability to heal others. And it might be something that you're not quite comfortable talking to about with other people at this time. But with the Temperance card coming out, it's like everything's going to be just fine. Old wounds are going to be healing. You're going to be, the fact that she's naked from the waist up, she's not really afraid. She's bearing it all, almost, right? And she's dipping her toe in the water, okay, which is again that alchemy between, having one foot on earth and one foot in one foot in the water, and just sort of like testing the waters, but also, the material versus the emotional, and then we have the spiritual coming in from above. So it's beautiful. It's divine alchemy. It's things falling into place. It's healing. It's rest. It's rejuvenation. And it's also taking the middle road, right? Because we see the Queen of Wands in reverse. We see the Prince of Wands in reverse. And that's all this like very reactive energy. And this is saying, you're going to get to that place where you find that peace and the balance, and you're not feeling like you're being pulled off course by external energies. Okay, so I hope that makes sense for you guys, Leo. I'm going to go ahead and pull some psychic tarot cards for you for additional messages for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Okay, yeah, you get the Empress card. This is Venusian energy, Libra and Taurus. This is about creating. This is about fertility, right? She's perpetually pregnant. It's a process, and you're in the process of doing, making, creating the life that you want. I love it because you're completely supported, and she's a master manifester. Everything she touches, she turns to gold. Double confirmation of the Ace of Wands. Beautiful. Double confirmation there. Huge blessing coming your way. passion ignited. So whether this is with a person, whether this is in your current relationship, whether this is with a job or creative hobby, this is you tuning into it and turning it on, Leo. I love it. That's your energy. It's beautiful. Oh, wow. And you get the Ace of Pentacles. So 3 aces in this reading. Success is assured, Leo. This is the Ace of Pentacles. This is something that's for the, it's longevity. It's something that's in it for the long haul. The possibilities here are endless. And I love this because I really see this as 2 people coming together. So for some of you, this is attracting that soulmate energy through this healing work that you're doing. For others of you, it's just knowing that you're on the right path. Remember, if you're happy, you're doing the right thing, okay? And if you're unhappy, it doesn't mean you're on the wrong path either. I mean, there might need some course correction. We all have ups and downs, but you guys have to capitalize on this energy. Set your intentions with this new moon in Gemini. Make sure you're using your intuition and logic and reason. It's okay to keep things to yourself as long as you need to, okay? And you get solitude. So, I'm going to say this again. Capricorn also got the Hermit card, not exactly the same deck, but the importance of, you might have to, again, the fertility, the Empress card, she's a card telling us about the process and that it's a longer process. 3s are about the completion of a cycle. So you're through the initial initiation of whatever it is that's going on. You might need to take some time for yourself to process everything that's going on. Some of you guys are becoming healers, yogis, mystics. You guys are really tapping into this energy for, I got some information about star seeds and tapping into who your collective is. And you might be trying to sit with that information. You might have had a recent sort of enlightenment or download, or you might be you're in the ascension process, and it's kind of like taking time out to let yourself adjust to all of this awesomeness that's come into your life. And again, it might be something you feel like you need to keep to yourself. For some of you, you might be finding out that you're pregnant. And oftentimes when a woman gets pregnant, it's like before you really know, it's your little secret with yourself. And you can maybe feel those changes, maybe like, breast tenderness and that sort of thing. And, it's like uncomfortable, but it's also really beautiful, and it's your own little secret. And so again, I get with the Hermit card and the fertility card for some of you, then the number 9, this is those 9 months, that human gestation period, and you're finding out that you're pregnant. And that's what you're not really telling people. Yeah, like you're keeping it to yourself for now, but it's boom, it's gonna, it's it's gonna be awesome. It's really awesome energy. At the bottom of the deck, you get the 4, you get firm foundation, the 4 of Pentacles. So again, this is, maybe realizing that you are in that place with your partner to start a family and to and to really make things grow here. So I really, that's beautiful energy. It's also all about, the 4 of Pentacles. Let me just look here. This is Capricorn energy. Sun in Capricorn. So Leo, some of you guys are involved with a Capricorn. And again, if not, check out that Capricorn reading because there's definitely a message here for you. It's also really important, really interesting to note that that you're coming into that stability. I think whereas like you felt like things were never really going to go your way, and that there was like a lack of stability in your life and direction, that you're really going to be finding it. Some of you might be finding that you have issues with your lower back. You might be having, where did that card go? Yeah, that you're having issues with your lower back. You might be having back pain. And some of you might be doing also, like chakra energy work and that Kundalini, which is coiled up down there at the bottom of your spine, that goddess energy that might be latent. So some of you might be having, a Kundalini awakening. If you are, you've probably already researched it. If you're not sure, just take a moment to search for a Kundalini awakening awakening online, and it might be the reason why you're experiencing some weird symptoms that maybe you haven't really been talking to anybody about, okay? So there's a lot of stuff coming through here, Leo, for you guys. Let's go ahead and see what additional messages we have coming through. We have discernment. Follow your intuition. Yeah, so again, I'm really picking up on you being discerning about who you're going to tell this information, whether it's pregnancy, whether it's a new idea, whether it's, a new job. Maybe it's you deciding, I'm not going to continue where I am at work and I'm going to start my own business, or I'm going to move in a totally new direction. Until you're 100% fully confident of what's going on in this situation, it's okay to keep it to yourself or just tell those that you absolutely trust. Okay, and then you get take charge. Leadership and self-discipline are required to take control of your life. Yeah, and that's also controlling who is and isn't privy to your personal information, Leo. So, wow. Okay, interesting. Okay, and you get observation. Expand your consciousness by observing the divine matrix of life. Ooh, yeah. So again, there's that hermit energy. Just take a good hard look at what's going on around you. All right, some of you guys are having massive awakenings. You might have been, you might have been shown information about the matrix. Some of you might be working with the crystal grid, the energy grid of the earth, and some of you might have seen that or be privy to that or see that in meditations. And, it's information you're going to sit with. It's not information you're going to go run out and say, guess what I just saw? People might think you're crazy. Of course, you totally can do that if you want to. And inner worlds. Your external world is a reflection of your inner world. Yeah, so again, this is coming throughout this whole reading. Some of you guys have your own little secret. Okay, whatever that might be. For some of you, it is definitely, I'm picking up, it's that you're with child. And I mean, I'm picking up on that so strong, you guys. But if it's not, then it's this creative endeavor, or it's a relationship that you're nurturing, that you're growing. Some of you guys might be, on your own time, doing something that's really sacred, that isn't for the rest of the world, or isn't for your friends and family to see. And, and you're nurturing it, and it's growing, and it's really powerful, and you're shifting that inner world, and people are going to notice a change in you. Like, wow, your skin is glowing. Wow, you look so beautiful. Wow, you're so handsome. Were you always that strong? And that's a result of the inner work, or what's going on within, right? All right, final message for my Leos, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. And you get Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. I love that energy for you. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to leave it there for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I know I did. There's some very special events coming up for you guys. Very important, beautiful things coming to you. So please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, share, ring that notification bell. But most of all, I want to thank you for all your love and support, and I hope you have an absolutely beautiful day. Take care.